Well, I thought about not doing a post game video because it's just gonna be the same one, same old fucking song. But I guess I'll just do one really quickly here. This team, I feel like I need a mental break from them. This is the longest. Somebody just said in my chat, the longest losing streak since Luka's rookie year when they were tanking in March. That's actually crazy. What is it? 4 straight. I'm gonna be honest with you, like in a way that's like, wow, you haven't had a 4-game losing streaks in 3 years. That's actually kind of impressive. But nothing this team does impresses me right now, man. They just, I don't know what to say, really. I mean, this roster is so glaringly weak, you know? And this is a loss right here where I was talking about this in stream. If you were 12-6 and this loss happens, you know what? That happens, right? The Bucks were red hot. They couldn't miss. Grayson Allen couldn't miss. Their whole team couldn't miss. And some of them were wide open shots. Some of them were just crazy shots. You got to tip your cap. They made them. Giannis had some insane plays. That's probably the best player in the world. Whatever, you tip your cap to him. But these losses just compound, right? One after another, after another, after another. Every loss is gonna fucking suck at this point. And this is another one. I just don't. This team just gives up so many runs constantly, guys. I've never seen a team that gives up runs like this, where it just feels like, first and foremost, they dig themselves in such a deep hole to start the game, down 10 to start the game because they want to fuck around. Kid, I don't know what his deal is, man. No Reggie Bullock tonight. They start Tim Hardaway, who, yep, you guessed it, a complete and utter disaster, right? Terrible. Dwight Powell, only 7 minutes. What, 4 or 5 of those came in the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, right? And the Mavericks 10-point deficit to start the game immediately. They have to claw their way out of that all night, and they just can't do it. The closest they got was 1, but they just couldn't sustain any runs. In the moment, you know, for them, I talked about this on stream too, the Mavericks do not run in transition at all. I think sometimes that actually works to their favor, this slower paced offense. That's just, it translates usually to playoff basketball much better than these transition offenses. But the Mavericks don't run at all. And you'll have moments where, like the Bucks, who do love to run, they get out in transition, right? And all of a sudden, boom, you get hit with an 8-0 run. And for you, that feels like an 800-0 run. Like, that just does. That feels like insurmountable. You cut the lead back down to 4, boom, immediately in the span of like 24 seconds, a 6-0 run. And it's just over. Like, all this hard work that you have to grind for, all of a sudden, it goes to shit. I don't know. I just don't know. Again, this is a loss where if this happens, you're 11-5 or whatever, then I could say, you know what, whatever. It's a tough game on the road against a fantastic team. You fought pretty hard in the second half. I have to give you that. But damn. It's just at this point, the vibes are so terrible. Are they worse than last year? I actually do think at this point they were. I was saying they weren't, but now I think that they are. Of course, the Mavs got off to a slower start than this last year, so hopefully they pick it up. But the thing last year that was weird was, one, Luka was bad to start the season. And he has not been bad to start this season. And also, 2, the Mavs are dealing with a bunch of like injuries and COVID stuff. So that was the excuse. Now, I don't know what, like, the team is just bad. The team is just bad. And I don't know, like, Kid hasn't been good at all. The rotations are terrible. I don't know why he's so stuck in his way on these rotations. Like Tim Hardaway, Reggie Bullock, even Dorian Finney-Smith at times, Maxi Kleber. These guys should not be, hey, you're getting your minutes no matter what players. These guys are, hey, if you're having a tough start to the game, you're not playing. Like, we're taking you out of the game. We're putting Frank in. Tim, if you're not going to make your shots, and guess what, guys? It's getting to the point with Tim Hardaway Jr. where defenders don't even give a fuck. Like, Tim Hardaway's going to shoot. This is the guy we pay $20 million a year to shoot the basketball. He goes to shoot. Defenders are literally like, no. Tim, guys, hey, box out. Get the rebound. Hey, box out. I'm not even going to look at him. Box out. That's where we're at. Like, that's where we are. It's insane. And it's just like, why can't you replace that with a guy like Frank, who you at least know will play defense? Like yes, they're like defenses aren't going to respect Frank either when it comes to shooting the basketball, but they're not respecting Tim right now. At least Frank gives you defense. That much is for sure. That much is certain. You know when Frank's on the floor, your defense performs much better. But no, we'd rather just fuck around and throw Tim Hardaway out there because, I don't know, because his last name's Hardaway or because he's been in the league for X amount of years and we paid him X amount of dollars. Same thing with Reggie. Just infuriating. It really is. Luka had a rough night, I thought. It's just going to be tough for him. You're putting this much pressure on him to play. First and foremost, he plays 40-plus minutes last night, the entire second half pretty much a night ago. Fast forward to tonight, 35 minutes. This is just not – this is a recipe for disaster. This is a recipe for disaster, man. It just is with his usage rate and what's demanded out of him, his play style, how physical it is. It's a recipe for disaster. And I don't know why they're doing it. You know, it goes back to why is Kidd so stuck in his ways when it comes to rotations? Like, why is it Luka had to play like halfway through the third, a sequence where it was brutal for him, and he almost single-handedly killed the momentum with a couple bad shots, a bad turnover, right? He bangs his knee with Drew Holiday. He's limping up the floor, blows a defensive assignment. Like, boom, you take him out the game right then and there. He obviously needs a rest. So just take him out. You don't have to do this thing where he has to play these minutes. Like, that's what we said going into the season. It's like kids set the fucking rotations going into the season and then just put the season on sim mode and forgot to go in and make changes. That's what it feels like. It's just maddening. It just is. I don't know what to say. There's really no excuse. Christian Wood and Josh Green shouldn't be getting 25-plus minutes a night now. And I just don't know. I don't know. It's all tanking for me quickly because I just don't know where you go. You know what I mean? I don't know where the direction is. I don't know where we're headed. I'm scared of where we're headed because I still do believe the Mavericks are going to try their hardest for the big move this offseason. I do believe that. And I'm terrified of what that entails. Can you blame me? I'm terrified of what this team's going to do. Man, you guys know the drill. Mark Cuban, 2024 for president. I think he'd be a fantastic president of our country. I'm going to go door to door. I'm going to make calls. I'm going to hang flyers. I'm going to hang road signs. I'm going to put road signs up. What else? Did I already say I'll go call? I'll call person to person. Right? I'll go door to door. I don't care if you have a no soliciting sign. I'm knocking. I'm ringing the doorbell. We need to spread the word. I'm printing T-shirts. I'm bringing towels to the Mavs games, waving them around. Mark Cuban for president.